Namaste. If you ask me, then Operation Sindoor, which is meant to avenge the Pahalgam terrorist attack, should have been carried out at least a fortnight ago. But I'm sorry to say that Mr. Modi and his rest of his cabinet colleagues kept on, delaying matters. I don't know why. And though I support this Operation Sindoor, but I'm sure that not many of the dreaded terrorists would have died in this attack. In the last 14 days, all these terrorists, all these dreaded terrorists would have escaped from camps like Murid K and Bahawalpur and so many other places along the India-Pakistan border and the line of control. Surely the Pakistan army as well as those terrorists would have made out during these 14 days that India will definitely carry out a strike. Now, whether that strike is by the armed forces, the air force, or missiles, you never know. But then, yes, they would have been wiser and they would have escaped those safe houses. But I've got a larger point to make, and it's not about Operation Sindoor. The larger point that I want to make is that Pakistan should be. It's not just about destroying these छोटू-मोटू terror attacks. You destroyed one some time back in बालाकोट. उसके पहले आपने एक और टेरर स्ट्राइक की थी, लेकिन उसके बाद भी पाकिस्तान ये सब काम कर रहा था. पठानकोट, उरी, पहलगाम, पुलवामा, ये जो पी से जो चलते हैं ये सारे इतने सारे नाम जो है, रियासी हो गया. सो दीज ऑपरेशन सिंदूर ठीक है, अच्छा लगता है हमको कि हमने कुछ किया चौड़े से, but it doesn't solve the problem. The problem lies in Pakistan itself. The problem lies in Islam. The problem lies in the Islamic nature of Pakistan's origin. Pakistan was created because Jinnah and his ilk, they were convinced, and they were rightly convinced, that Muslims can't live with Hindus. Ever since the Mughals lost power after the death of Aurangzeb, they couldn't come to terms that, now they had to share power with Hindus. After the death of Aurangzeb, the Marathas came over, and for the next 100 years, they were all over the country. After the Marathas, it was the Britishers, and the Muslims did everything to keep the British on their side so that they could share power. And but for 1857, they would have been successful. But after 1857, the Mughals were victimized by the Britishers. And since then, the Muslims have been having a very, very bad idea about, oh my God, now we have to live with Hindus once the Britishers leave the country. So that's why they picked up this demand of Pakistan, and that's how Pakistan came into being. So Pakistan is actually, it's not a political country. It's the manifestation of an ideology that says that, look, Hindus need to die a violent death, right? Pakistan is merely a geographical entity representing that particular thought. Within India, there are thousands of such Pakistans. It's another thing that you can have that Muslim Air Force officer or the army officer making a presentation and you trying to show that, we are a secular country. Nothing of that sort. It's a strategic silence on part of India's Muslims. The same Muslims, when they go over to Pakistan, they become dreaded terrorists. So the problem is not terrorism, the problem is not army, the problem is not ISI, the problem is not the geographical country of Pakistan. The problem is the Islamic ideology that treats Hindus as not even second class or third class, but treats as dogs. And dogs are not allowed to live in an Islamic world. Right? So once we get this thing in our mind, everything would be crystal clear. So unless you destroy Pakistan, which is some kind of a spiritual solace to many Muslims in India, you can't do much. Many Muslims here in India, they look upon Pakistan as some kind of as a beacon, एज अ सोर्स ऑफ इंस्पिरेशन कि हमको यहाँ से प्रेरणा मिलती है. हमने 70 साल पहले देश को तोड़ा था, देखो उन लोगों ने तोड़ लिया तो हम भी तोड़ सकते हैं, तो क्यों ना करें, right? And they came very close to doing it in Kashmir thanks to the Article 370. So let's understand, destroying these terrorist camps may fetch you some, glory. You might get a Bharat Ratna, you might get nominated for president's post, you might win another election, right? But it's not going to help the country unless you destroy Pakistan. Nahi ho sakta. The second thing is that we need to rid ourselves the virus of secularism, and this virus pervades not just the opposition parties but even the BJP. If you look up at what the army is doing in Kashmir, they are actually trying to pamper the local Kashmiri Muslims, but that is not helping. Why? That did not help in Pahalgam, that did not help in Riyasi, that did not help in so many others. So please stick to your military duties. Okay, don't try to go to mosques and then do prayers and namaz and do this and this. No, that's not your job, yaar. You are Indian Army, just do your job. That's it. Okay, and I'd like to point out 2-3 things. A few years ago, there was an attack on an army column in Jammu Kashmir. So the local brigadier rounded up some localites, they all turned out to be Muslims, and imprisoned them. You know what? Modi ji transferred that brigadier to some other location because he had to pamper the local Muslims of Jammu and Kashmir for his vote bank. It didn't help that Modi ji couldn't win Jammu and Kashmir assembly elections. Yeah. In fact, Mr. Modi is on record as boasting that his is the only government that punishes army officers. You can look it up on the internet. So please don't put the morale of the army down. This is also secularism. So Mr. Modi, don't be secular. Okay, all these guys, they have harmed Hindus and the army in a very great extent. That is number one. Number two, please cancel Indus Water Treaty. Don't even keep it in abeyance. Abeyance is no word. There's no word like abeyance in the treaty. The only other word is suspension, or the other word is cancellation. Please suspend it or cancel it. Please cancel it. We can't foresee having any friendly relations with Pakistan in the next 100, 1000, 1 million years. It can't be done. Please understand it. Any country which victimizes Hindus systematically can't be friends with a Hindu country. Whether it is Pakistan, whether it is Bangladesh. Right? So please cancel Indus Water Treaty. Tax us even more. If you are taxing us, say 10%, please tax us 20%. But get those dams built in Jammu Kashmir. Make military duty compulsory for every Indian. Okay, whosoever is living here, make military duty compulsory so that we can protect those dams. Number 3, and that's very important. Number 3, please don't have any truck with countries which are supporting Pakistan like Malaysia and Turkey. We don't want any friendship with these countries. Okay. Number 4, please make India a more equitable place, which means that there shouldn't be income disparity between different sets of people. This time we escaped Operation Sindoor. We escaped because we were in the midst of doing a trade negotiation with UK, and we are also negotiating tariffs. Next time we won't be that lucky. If America becomes stronger economically, and if it doesn't need us, right, it would again stop us from putting up all those strikes on Pakistan by sending an armada in the Bay of Bengal or Arabian Sea. Please, let's be clear. Okay, so what the point I'm trying to make is, don't make India a market, make India a producer, which means let's make things which the world wants to buy. Okay, good things, technologically good branded stuff, because the world respects only economically well-off countries. and if you got military power, nobody can take panga with you. So these are my 3 or 4 suggestions, boss. And as I repeat, Operation Sindoor isn't going to help India in the long run, not in the medium term also. Okay, we can exact revenge on the Pahalgam terrorist attacks, but that's it. Pakistan needs to be extinguished. Pakistan needs to go. Every child, every woman, every old man in Pakistan needs to die.